everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Zelda II, The Adventure of Link. Hot on the heels of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, we have gone from 16-bit to 8-bit here as we revisit a NES classic. Link sets out on his most adventuresome quest yet. That was a 21st century kind of thing to make up words like that. And we are back at the logo screen. So let's begin. Registering your name. I haven't played this file. It's a ROM, just like with Mystic Quest, since I don't have a means of recording from any consoles yet. I want to do that because I much prefer to play games that way. But alrighty. As always, I will be calling myself Phoenix. And X. And use the select button. I'm using a NES style USB controller, unlike the keyboard with Mystic Quest. You press select, scroll down, and press start for end. And let's begin. Basically, there's Princess Zelda. She's been cursed by a wizard. There's some kind of plot contrivances that don't really mesh well with what actually happens in game. If you have the NES copy of the game like I do, you basically have to read the booklet to get a better grasp of the story leading up to this. Basically, Princess Zelda said no to a prince that was kind of trying to force her hand, so he could control Hyrule, and she said no, so he cursed her into this sleep state. And then, I'm not sure exactly how long she's been sleeping, but one day when Link turns 16, he gets a mysterious Triforce mark on his on the back of his hand, which becomes a staple of the series in Ocarina of Time and beyond. Basically saying that he must go and find the Triforce of Courage. And then, in order to awaken Princess Zelda. So this is the starting point. Every time you get a game over in this game, this is where you will begin, or when you just resume. You know, every time you start the game over, you begin at this central spot. So here's the world map. If you walk along the road, you know, you'll be fine, but if you step in the grass, you got monsters. There's the forest here, and we can enter, and we have our first enemies. These are the Keese, those annoying bat enemies from the first Zelda game. Yeah, Zelda 2 is very unique for the series because it's the most RPG-styled game in the entire series, with experience points and levels. I got 50 EXP now, so I can increase my life level, which I will do. I guess it is possible to skip it and save your points for the next one, but I've never done that once, all the countless times I played this game. But yeah, we're on the world map. These, the slime-looking enemies are weaker monsters, but the large, shadowy moblin-type guys, those are stronger enemy encounters. Usually those will lead to having more, you get more experience points for defeating those monsters usually. Sometimes that's not the case. Let's see, we are in our first town now. And it is, welcome to Rauru. Yeah, the spiritual sages from Ocarina of Time, they got their names from the towns from The Adventure of Link. It's kind of like a little tidbit trivia there. What does this old guy say? Return the crystal to the palace in Parapa. It's the desert palace. Hello. That's all she has to say. Sorry, I know nothing. Man, the school systems in Hyrule must be pretty abysmal. Times are tough. If all else fails, use fire. burn the witch, or something like that. I don't really need this, but please let me help you. Come inside. Every town has a lady like this that will, I can restore your life. She basically heals you. I'm not entirely sure what she does in there, but, it's much appreciated all the same. Link comes out a much happier elf person thing. What does this guy has to say? Only the hammer can destroy a roadblock. Yeah, that'll be a factor much later. We gotta go to Death Mountain before we can do anything about that. Oop. Talk with my father before you leave town. Yeah. This game is really limited in how much space they can put into a text box, so punctuation or weird phrasing is prone to happening. Each town has a wise man. Learn from him. Yeah, you can learn a magic spell from every single town in the game. There's an old wizard. You usually have to do like some kind of fetch quest or something, but yeah, this one's a freebie. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. And we have the shield spell. As our magic level increases, the spells will cost less to cast. That'll come in handy much later. And as we collect more heart containers and magic containers, we'll be able to have more life and magic power as well. Let's see. Find the heart in southern Parappa. Yep. Okay, well, since we're here, let's go in the house. There's a little tiny kid. Get candle in Parappa Palace. Go west. Very limited text space. Like, phenomenal. Yeah, I was trying to make an Aladdin reference there since I saw that movie just the other day, but like phenomenal information, tiny little relaying space. Bleh, whatever. Oh, we got our strong enemy encounter. We got these spiders I forget the name of, and there's a moblin. You got 10 points for him, not bad for this stage in the game. Oh, and sometimes enemies will drop items, like these will restore a bar of your magic. The red ones will max out the entire length of your full magic bar. I like to cast the life spell when I do that, like as it's filling up, so it will still fill up a little bit after that. Alrighty, anyway, our next destination is this cave here, and it's dark, we can't see anything. That's because we don't have the candle yet, which we find in the first palace. If you see all that little shadowy thing there, that was a monster that was surprises a lot of first-timers when they don't know what's coming. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go find that heart in southern Parappa first, after weathering this rock storm. Alright, we go down this way. I usually save this for after I do the palace, but I figured the palace is going to be a video by itself, so I might as well just do this first, just to fill up some space, get it out of the way, and it'll give me it'll improve my odds of survival. Yeah, another thing about this game that's a lot different from others is that it's more of a platformer. And we cast the shield spell, just figured why not show that off real quick. We got these spiders. Oh crap. So keep it away from me. Flash some of that magic. Get away from me, Moblin. You're bothering me. Alrighty here. We got I think it's like a Goria, or I think is how you... Yeah, just wipe them out. And we got a heart container. We've got an extra bar of life now. Now let's backtrack. Ooh, yeah, be careful. Oh no, And we got our first death. Yep. Yeah. Unlike other Zelda games, you have a limited number of lives in this one. Game overs are fairly frequent. There's a pretty high level of challenge to this game. Oh no! I normally don't suck this bad. We're off to a really rough start now. In some ways, this would almost be a shortcut at this rate. Alright, we made it. Just dodging the... we can use your shields to block the rocks. Alrighty, and... alright, I'll pause it there, and there's Parappa Palace, and next time on our Let's Play of Zelda II, The Adventure of Link, we will be going in there to restore the first crystal to its rightful place, and collect the candle while we're at it. Alright everybody, and I will see you next time. Alright, thank you a lot. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this one.